This is Courttia Newland, and he's just written the book, A River Called Time. Hi, I'm Marcus, and I'm the idiot on the writer's block. If you're new to the channel, I, the idiot, ask experts for tips on how to write, publish, and promote my first fiction novel. Check this link for a playlist to all the videos I've already done. And don't forget to hit the like button, share the videos, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more tips on how to write, publish, and promote your fiction novel. Now, all of my experts have done me a tremendous favor giving me advice on how to write my novel. One of those experts is Courttia Newland. He's a prolific novel and TV writer, and he's coming out with his new book, A River Called Time. But let me stop waffling about it. Let's hear the man speak about his work. Here is Courttia Newland to tell us about his book, A River Called Time.
A River Called Time is a novel, a very lengthy novel that's set in a parallel world where slavery and colonization never happened. And because slavery and colonization never happened, African cosmology has become the dominant religion in most parts of the world. We follow Marcus Denny, who is from a poor background. In this world, you've got a huge building in the middle of inner city London, which is called the Ark. And apart from that building, the rest of inner city has been obliterated. It's called the Blin, which means scar in this parallel. And all the rich people live in the Ark. It's turned out that way. It wasn't meant to be that way. All the rich people live in the Ark, and all the poor people live in outer city, which is outer London, which is heavily polluted and it's crime ridden and it's just not good education. But if you are an exceptional student, you study something called the Excellence Award, you can win a chance to go into the Ark and you can live in the Ark. Or you can be a really poor menial worker, because they need menial workers in the Ark to do the basic jobs, of course. So you can live in the Ark. Those are two ways that poor people can go into the Ark and live in the Ark. And Marcus takes this Excellence Award. He wins a chance to go into the Ark, but during that time, he discovers that he can actually travel to other parallel time periods through astral projection and out-of-body experiences. It took me from beginning to end, it took me about 18 years, and I had the initial idea after I had written published my first novel, The Scholar. So about 1997, I had the first kernel for the idea, and then I started writing it in 2002. Between 2002 and 2004, I wrote part one, which is what is in the book now, pretty much, and then I stopped. And I didn't write any more until the end of last year. The first inspiration was that I had an out-of-body experience, I think. I would say I think, because people are like, oh, how do you be sure and stuff? I'm not sure, but I know that I was lying in bed just after I've written The Scholar. I was living, first time I moved out of my house, and I felt like I had an out-of-body experience. I felt like I'd lifted out of myself and I was looking down on my own body. And then, I've described this a lot in other interviews, but, I came down into myself and I woke up and I was in the room and everything looked exactly the same as it had in my dream. And my first thought was, wow, that was really weird. And then my second thought was, I wonder what would happen if I wrote about that. That was literally my straight away thought. And so for years after that, and like I said, it was 1997, I played around with different ways that I could write about that experience. And then in 2002, I'd managed to get it all together. I'd thought about the Ark, I'd thought about inner city. Originally, there'd been two separate ideas, the inner city idea and astral projection idea. And then I thought, okay, so what if you put them together? And I had enough of an outline to apply for Arts Council funding. And I wrote the outline of the whole book then, the book as you have it. And they gave me the money and I got started and I wrote part one. Well, I was very lucky because, this is a very hands-off experience when you're working with a great publisher like Canongate, and they presented me the option of an actor to read the story, and it was Michael. And I know Michael really well. I've worked with him on a number of occasions. We worked on actually the development of The Scholar as a film, Michael was the actor that we chosen, along with another actor called Gary Carr at one point in time. And Gary Carr, went on to be in The Juice, which was in, the David Simon TV show. So that was really amazing to see him in that. But at that time, they were young actors, and I was working with them. Also, Michael's actually read some of my stories before, like in a live setting. So I knew that he could do it. I've heard him read my stuff. I knew he understood it. And so I was really, really happy to be presented with that option. And I said, hey, I know this guy. I've worked with him like over many years. We've gone out and had lunch together and stuff. So I was like, yeah, fine, let's just let him do it. And he did a really brilliant job. So yeah, it was really painless. Well, I'm mainly on Twitter, so I'm talking a lot about the book on Twitter. You can get it from, all the best bookstores. I would urge people to support local bookstores in these times. So I know Neon Books in Newham, obviously, they have signed copies of the books, and they're very quick at getting them to people. But also, New Beacon Books, in North London, they have them, and like loads of Burley Fisher, and Page of the Hackney, they've all got copies of the books. So please support those bookstores, and of course, Waterstones and Amazon as well. So you can get it virtually anywhere, anyway, I think.
And there you have it, one of the United Kingdom's greatest 21st century writers. Check the description below for links to his work. But what do you think about Courttia Newland and A River Called Time? Have you purchased the book and have read it? Have you read any and all of his back catalogue, going all the way back to The Scholar? Or maybe you're a fan of his TV work, like the episode he wrote for Steve McQueen's Small Axe. Put all of your remarks in the comment section for this video. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on how to write, publish, and promote your fiction novel. I'm Marcus, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to buy Courttia Newland's book, A River Called Time. I was lucky enough to get an early copy of the book, and damn, honestly, damn.